Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is English Bulletin. With me, it's Bhadra. The top stories first. Government extends prohibitory order by a week. Shops to remain open until 11 a.m. from now onwards. Government confirms 1,120 new cases of coronavirus. Death toll climbs to 251. Government issues labour permits after 5 months. Aspiring migrant workers facing problems due to travel restriction. India's coronavirus cases near 3.8 million. The country reopens despite high risk. And top seed Pliskova knocked out of US Open. Djokovic advances into next round. And now the news in detail. Government authorities have extended the prohibitory order in Kathmandu Valley by another 7 days. With the latest decision taken by the chief district officers of the 3 districts in the valley, the prohibitory order will remain in effect till midnight of September 9. However, the district administration officers of Kathmandu, Lalitpur and Bhaktapur have eased restrictions to some extent this time. From now onwards, groceries and other shops selling fruits, vegetables and milk can remain open till 11 a.m. in the morning. Meanwhile, shops selling drinking water can open throughout the day. There are no restrictions for pharmaceutical shops. Meanwhile, any person entering Kathmandu for emergency purpose needs to mandatorily present a PCR report with negative result. It is also mandatory for the people to wear masks in public places. Likewise, staffers providing essential service will be allowed to commute to their offices between 9 to 10:30 in the morning and 3 to 5 in the evening. Hotels and restaurants as well as roadside vendors have not been permitted to resume their business. The District Administration Office of Kathmandu, Lalitpur and Bhaktapur had imposed the prohibitory order on August 19 after rapid increase in coronavirus cases in the valley. The prohibitory order has been extended twice and this is the 3rd week of restriction. Meanwhile, coronavirus has claimed 12 more lives in Nepal, including 5 in the Kathmandu Valley. According to Health Ministry, most of the victims in the capital are elderly people. Spokesperson at the ministry, Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, informed that the total death toll from the disease has climbed to 251 across the country. Meanwhile, the government yesterday confirmed 1,120 new cases of coronavirus in the country. With this, the total number of COVID-19 cases in the country has climbed to 41,649. According to the ministry, a total of 23,315 people have been discharged from hospitals across the country so far after complete recovery from the disease. Among them, 1,112 persons were discharged from hospital yesterday. As of today, there are over 18,108 active cases of coronavirus in the country. Currently, there are 6,766 persons in quarantine facilities all across the nation. In other news, the government has started issuing labour permits for foreign employment at a time when the local administrations in different parts of the country have imposed prohibitory orders to contain the spread of coronavirus. The Council of Ministers decided to issue new labour permits upon the recommendation of Ministry of Labour, Employment and Social Security. Following the cabinet decision, Tachal-based Labour Office has started issuing new labour permits from yesterday. This has opened a door for Nepali citizens to go overseas for foreign employment by fulfilling all the safety standards to prevent the spread of coronavirus. The government had stopped issuing labour permits since March due to the coronavirus pandemic. For the time being, the new labour permits will be issued only through the Labour Office based in Tachal. However, it has been reported that those aspiring to go abroad for work are facing difficulty in arriving in Kathmandu to obtain the permit. Dozens of people have been reported missing after a massive landslide hit Dhorpatan municipality, Baglung last night. According to Suresh Neopane, CDO of Baglung, the bodies of 2 people have been recovered while several others have been reported missing at ward number 8 and 9 of Bobang in Dhorpatan. Further details are not yet available. Police have filed a charge sheet against Kalpana Mudbari, the main accused in the murder of Krishna Bahadur Bohra in Gongabu, demanding life imprisonment. After concluding the investigation within 20 days of the incident, the Metropolitan Police Range Kathmandu has registered a case at the District Court Kathmandu seeking life imprisonment for the accused. According to SP Soumendra Singh Rathore, a spokesperson for the Metropolitan Police Range, they have demanded life imprisonment after police investigation concluded that Krishna Bahadur's murder was well planned and intentional. Police have also registered a case against a 15-year-old daughter of Kalpana as an accomplice to the crime. Police had recovered Krishna Bahadur Bohra's torso inside a suitcase from Gangabu, Ghanistan on August 10 last month. His head was found some 200 meters away from the incident site. Meanwhile, statistics show that 6 women were raped every day on average in the last fiscal year in Nepal. During the lockdown period and prohibitory order issued by the government, a total of 632 rape cases have been reported all across the country. A total of 632 rape cases have been reported since March 24th, when the lockdown was first issued by the government of Nepal. Even though these victims have been living in close proximity to their families during this period, 3 rapes on an average were reported daily in the last 6 months.
को पिरियडमा अब हामीलाई के लाग्छ भने झन् यो चाहिँ अब बाहिर जान पाएन अरु त्यो मान्छेहरु जुन कामहरुमा इन्गेज हुन्थ्यो बाहिर अरु पढाउने पढ्ने अरु कामहरुमा इन्गेज हुन्थ्यो त्यो पाएन र अहिले लकडाउनको पछिल्लो पिरियडमा चाहिँ यदि रेपको चेतनाले यसो सरसर्ती हेर्ने हो भने आफन्तबाट भएको छ नजिककोबाट मान्छेबाट भएको छ छिमेकीकोबाट भएको छ यो के हो त भन्दाखेरि यसले चाहिँ इजी एक्सेस पायो अहिले सजिलो मौका पायो त्यो मौकाको फाइदा उठाएको जस्तो पनि देखिन्छ.
The number of rape cases has been steadily increasing every year in Nepal. According to the data from Nepal Police, the rape cases in Nepal has been steadily increasing. Reported cases in this year, 2015-2016, was 1,093. In 2016-2017, it was 1,137. In 2017-2018, it was 1,480. In 2018-2019, it was 2,233. And in 2019-2020, the data stands at 2,144. According to the police, in the recent times, with everyone living in close proximity of their families, the perpetrators have been identified as one of the family members or someone close to the family.
85 वटा चाहिँ त्यस्तो बलात्कारको केसहरु भएको छ. त्यसपछि परिचितबाट 1761 भएको देखिन्छ डाटा अनुसार, अपरिचितबाट 502 छ. यसले गर्दाखेरि सबैभन्दा बढी चाहिँ गत वर्षको अथवा यो 76-77 को लागि पनि हेर्ने हो भने परिचित व्यक्तिबाट छरछिमेकी अथवा आफन्त नाता गोता पर्नेहरु अलि नजिक चिने जानेका मान्छेबाट चाहिँ बलात्कार भएको बढी देखिन्छ.
According to the cases filed at the police, most of the rape victims are young girls and helpless women. Senior leader of Nepali Congress Ramchandra Paudel has demanded the government to suspend the contract for the construction of Kakarbita Inarwa railway track. Releasing a statement on Wednesday, senior leader Paudel accused the railway department of awarding the tender of 350 million rupees to a contractor of their choice without any competition. Leader Paudel has brought the issue to the attention of the Parliament's Audit Committee, Development Committee and Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIAA). In his statement, Paudel reminded that according to the Public Procurement Act and the Procurement Regulation, no single contractor can be handed the tender without any competition, and the department's decision to do so reveals that there are vested interests with the parties involved. According to Paudel, this is a perfect example of institutional corruption displayed by the government. The government had appropriated 350 million rupees for the construction of Kakarbita Inarwa section of the East-West Railroad project. And now, the news from Economic Front. The price of gold decreased by 1,1200 rupees yesterday. According to the Nepal Federation of Gold and Silver Dealers Association, gold was traded for 97,200 rupees per 11 grams in the domestic market yesterday. On Tuesday, the price of precious yellow metal had been set at 98,400 rupees. In the meantime, the price of silver also decreased by 30 rupees per 11 grams. According to the Federation, silver was being traded for 1,365 rupees yesterday. The price of gold in the international market at present is $1,964 per ounce. We'll be taking a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back, and now the international news. India's novel coronavirus infections rose to almost 3.8 million on Wednesday as states continued to relax rules on movement despite the surge in cases. According to Reuters, the country reported 78,357 new cases on Wednesday, taking the total infections to 3,769,000 cases. Some 66,333 people have died so far. India's total cases lag only the United States and Brazil, which it will overtake in days based on current trends. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ordered a nationwide lockdown in March when the country was reporting fewer than 100 daily cases. India's economy shrank by nearly a quarter in April-June. Data showed on Monday much more than forecast. This has put increasing pressure on policymakers to kickstart growth despite the high number of new cases. The Chief Minister of Goa, a popular tourist destination that has recently relaxed quarantine rules to attract visitors, said on Wednesday he had tested positive for coronavirus. Treating critically ill COVID-19 patients with steroids reduces the risk of death by 20%, an analysis of 7 international trials found on Wednesday. According to Reuters, this has prompted the World Health Organization to update its advice on treatment. The analysis, which pooled data from separate trials of low-dose drugs, found the steroids improved survival rates of COVID-19 patients sick enough to be in intensive care in hospital. The researchers said in a statement that steroids are cheap and readily available medication, and their analysis has confirmed that they are effective in reducing deaths among the people most severely affected by COVID-19. Jonathan Steen, a professor of medical statistics and epidemiology at Britain's Bristol University who worked on the analysis, confirmed the new findings. He said the trials conducted by researchers in Britain, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Spain and the United States gave a consistent message throughout. They showed the drugs were beneficial in sickest patients regardless of age or sex or how long patients had been ill. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest on the world of sports. Top seed Karolina Pliskova was knocked out of the US Open in the second round with a heavy defeat by France's Caroline Garcia. Pliskova, runner-up in 2016, lost 6-1, 7-6 to the world number 50. The Czech world number 3, Pliskova, was the highest-ranked player here in the absence of Australian Ashley Barty and Romania's Simona Halep. Meanwhile, Britain's Kylie Edmund lost to US Open top seed Novak Djokovic, while his compatriot Cameron Norrie advanced to the third round of a Grand Slam for the first time. Djokovic, 33, maintained the level that has helped him stay unbeaten in 2020 and won the match 6-7, 6-3, 6-4, 6-2. Norway 25 beat Argentine Federico Correa 6-3, 6-4, 6-4. In other matches, fifth seed Alexander Zverev was taken to 4 sets by American teenager Brandon Nakashima in the hard-fought victory in the US Open second round. The German won the match 7-5, 6-7, 6-3 and 6-1. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Government extends prohibitory order by a week. Shops remain open until 11 a.m. from now onwards. Government confirms 1,120 new cases of coronavirus. Death toll climbs to 281. Government issues labour permits after 5 months. Aspiring migrant workers facing problems due to travel restriction. India's coronavirus cases near 3.8 million. The country reopens despite high risk. And top seed Pliskova knocked out of US Open. Djokovic advances into next round. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow government directives of the lockdown and follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infection. Keep washing your hands, keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.